today at 5, the turkey leg hut is back on the news. One of the original owners is now facing felony charges for allegedly hindering the arrest of a felon. Her boyfriend, that is. Fox's Leslie Delaspore is live at Harris County Criminal Courthouse with what exactly happened here. Leslie.
That's right. Nakia Holmes is charged for allegedly letting her boyfriend stay with her while he was wanted for allegedly beating his ex. Court records say Holmes let Jonathan Saison stay at her home in Cyprus while there was a warrant out for his arrest. Investigators say he beat his ex with a tire iron and kidnapped her at her home earlier this month. According to court records, after officers saw Saison at Holmes' home in Cyprus, they questioned her during a traffic stop, and she denied knowing him and told them he was not at her home. Later, court records say during the traffic stop, a different set of officers who were at Holmes' home told her that Saison was seen jumping her fence, and then her story allegedly changed. Now, the district attorney's office tells us that Holmes' bond is currently set at $10,000. Back to you.
So, Leslie, what more do we know about why exactly Jonathan Saison was wanted in the first place?
Yeah, so court records claim that Saison went to his ex's home to pick up some shoes, and then when she let him in, he forced her into a vehicle, hitting her with the fist and tire iron repeatedly. Now, court records also say that she was held against her will for 6 hours, and court records also say that Saison dropped his ex off at the hospital after she told him that she would not press charges. Now, coming up tomorrow, both Saison and Holmes will make their appearance in court.
All right, man, if y'all say, man, y'all knew I was going to talk about this turkey hut lady, bro. So when I seen this, I'm saying, with the algorithm blessing all the YouTube ninjas, at least blessing me. So the Holmes lady, Nakia Holmes, if you didn't see my original video, she is getting hit with felony charges for aiding and abetting, allegedly, her new boyfriend, okay? Shout out to Urban Politicians. He from Houston. Good brother, man. Long time, real nigga. I seen it on his IG, so I made a video, and they put the video up from the news, what happened. So you seen what happened, but I'll regurgitate or talk about it again. So apparently her new ninja went to jail, went to the ex-girlfriend house. He, finessed her to open the door to get his stuff, right? And it's all allegedly, he put the Beast by Dre on her, even hit her with a tire iron. All right? Allegedly, he held her against her will. When she told him that she wouldn't press charges, just take her to the hospital, he wouldn't press charges. He took her to the hospital. And apparently, the turkey hut lady, Miss Holmes, allegedly was aiding and abetting her. And when they aiding and abetting him, basically, she was harboring a fugitive, allegedly. And apparently they seen him jumping off her fence, I think, out of her yard. And she changed her story. They basically caught her lying, harboring a fucking fugitive, allegedly. And they took her into jail for a felony. Now, most women can get away for shit like this because they don't convict women. I'm gonna say this again. How they say where men are most of the criminals, and some statistics you gotta take with a grain of salt. Women commit so many crimes, they just don't prosecute them for crimes. Women do so many crimes against guys. Guys spare women. They spare them. A guy could be leaking and I see the body cam, I don't want to press charges. I don't want to put her in jail. Until guys start, pressing charges on women, ain't nothing gonna stop. Women don't have accountability because people don't hold them accountable. Oh, I can't put her in jail. She's a mother. She should have thought about that before she did what she did. I've talked about a countless number of stories how the light-skinned chick that was robbing the guys in Florida, multiple guys in Florida, and they gave her a slap on the wrist. She didn't get no jail time or nothing. So when you go to jail as a woman or prison as a woman, you must have did something real fucked up. Okay? So, but, and she blamed the last boyfriend for messing up the turkey hut. He did the oyster hut. And she just like criminals, bro. She like dealing with criminals. For you to go in there and allegedly beat that woman with a tire iron and what did she do that bad? And for her, she should have never opened that door. She should have never opened that door. And he snapped on her. That's why it's important as a man, control your emotions, bro. Whatever she did, like, bro, for you to snap and get a tire on, you were a fucking coward. You know, we talk about how a lot of men be scared to leave relationships. Women are scared to leave too. A lot of women. And I mean, not scared because of financial gain or scared because of motherfuckers like this. But you know what? A lot of these women are attracted to these type of guys. You had this lady who had a successful turkey hut business, seemed to have her head on her shoulders the right way. And she purposely picks criminal niggas, harbors them allegedly. She purposely picks these guys. And when she purposely picks these guys and this come up, oh, black men are criminals. The productive black men take the blame. Pookies and Ray Rays and criminals don't care. And y'all wonder why black men are no longer, they go date out. Because y'all get with these type of men, and when they go wrong, all black men are bad. All black men are trash. And see what happens when you get with black men? They are criminals and this, that, and the third. But the guy that's going in a direction on a straight and narrow path is this lady from the turkey hut who won't jive the system, who want to do things by the book and build the business the right way on a strong, legit foundation. She don't want that. That ain't what get her box wet. Right? She's not done it once, she's done it twice. Y'all shame the good black man for what the poor choice you choose to deal with and procreate with. Because I continue to say this because you're a criminal too. I had a homie, I just leave it at that. His girlfriend set up her friend for him to rob her. Right? They got together and the girlfriend was talking shit about him. Oh, y'all always hitting licks. And he like, hold on. You set your best friend up for me to hit a lick on that bitch. So don't act like you clean. The way women keep score, this is why it's this they go on the internet and they'll sit here with conviction and they'll know I've cheated on my husband or my exes 1,000 times. I know my homegirls, we didn't cheat with each other, we didn't cheat on they nigga, but they'll get on the internet and tell you how men ain't shit and all men cheat. How they keep score, they don't count certain dicks. Well, I don't really count that. Oh, I wasn't even nowhere near the East Coast. I was down south. So I slept. They don't count that shit. They don't count their eras. Who the reflection that they choose to lay with, they choose to procreate with, who they deal with on a consistent basis tells you she's a criminal. She's a fucking criminal. You a criminal. And women will swear up and down, black men is the problem. Just in general, men are the problem. Men are bad. Men are trash. But they all know bitches like her. Or they are her. They are her. Have you ever seen a black woman try to mentor another black woman? Have you seen it? I've seen it throughout my lifetime. And I may not always was able to translate it, but they'd be like, yeah, you should do this and you should do that. And, don't make the mistakes that I made. But you did it. I seen a woman who was like, she was telling her, you don't want to have a child this early. Well, Mom, you had a baby when you were 16. Why can't I? And you like, what? I seen it, bro. So when I see the brothers say they don't want nothing to do with the community no more, I can't even fight against it. I can't even be like, oh, bro, just no. I seen women deal with dudes who are straight up crackheads, criminals, thieves, attempted murder on their wives, and people will try to counsel them to get away from them guy. Well, I remember you was dating the guy that put hands on you. It was okay for you. And y'all be thinking when these bitches be on a panel, and I hate to say bitches, but the bitches love it when I call them bitches. What does Drake say? I hate to say that, but when these chicks be on these panels and they sound just like this, I seen it, bro. I've lived it, bro. I've seen it. I've fucking seen it in my lifetime. I've seen it. When women try to mentor other women and hold them accountable, just like a lot of y'all be trying to save and hold them accountable, they do the same thing to other women. There are old elders in the community that try to hold these young women accountable. There are. I promise you. They are. But they be like, well, you was a single mom, or you dealt with this criminal. Why can't I? Y'all don't see that though. They be trying to say these girls, this is who you are. In your mind, you a good mother, you a good woman. What about the woman? And I'm gonna finish on the turkey leg lady. What about the one? And I didn't even talk about this story on purpose. Was it last year, early this year? Shit, time going by so fast, right? What about the mother, the older mother? She was a God-fearing. She was a great woman. Her kids wanted to sue the prison. She was going to have conjugal visits with a convicted killer, and he sent her to the upper room during one of the conjugal visits. And her children like, oh, the prison should have did. What the? No, the prison has no plot. Come on, your prison ain't got. Your mother went to go marry a convicted murderer to get her rocks off with all these free guys. I'm telling y'all, bruh. Y'all be thinking it's just these batch of women. Women been on that shit for a long time. The Bible tell you it's hard to find a good woman. That ain't black, white, Hispanic. It's hard to find a good, virtuous woman, bruh. And this is why y'all be crying. Oh, she don't want me, but she deal with this homeless and this broke guy. And women will tell you, oh yeah, homeless guys, they be having sex. They will tell you this. These are not just internet talking points. Y'all get mad about, y'all get mad at these women's decisions, but y'all don't understand the decisions and the men that they choose to be with and procreate with, even though it has a negative effect on the black community, it's a reflection of them. It's a reflection of them. It's a reflection of them. They don't see it that way. I deal with a drug dealer and all that, but I'm a good guy. No, you are a criminal. You're a criminal. You are a fucking demon. You're demonic. That guy that penetrates you with that killer king vine energy. What do you think will happen when y'all have sex? Y'all mix energies. Y'all mix spirits. Y'all create lifetime bonds. Especially if he ski. Face it, you ain't shit. And they be like, oh, all my friends are good women. And then this, that, and the third. And you be looking at them. Oh, she had this happen to her. Or, you know, she cheated on her husband this time. I'm telling you, every woman know at least 2 or 3 women that ain't shit, but they'll sit here and vouch for them. Oh, they good women. That's why I don't believe shit they be saying, bro. They don't be shit they be saying, but old girl, that's her level. Probably he got a brilliant mind to have businesses. Probably is a brilliant cook. Probably, but her downfall is she a fucking criminal. She's a criminal. And she can blame Pookie, she can blame Ray Ray, she can blame the other man, she can blame all she want, but she's a criminal. She's a criminal. Don't feel bad. These same women that say, well, we outpacing black men in businesses and we got more money than them and all this type of stuff, which is bullshit. Once you dig into the facts, once you dig into them, it is bullshit. Okay? Because they wouldn't be begging for our money if they were doing so much better than us. They'll say that, but then they will get the bummiest sneak. And I've seen it my whole life. I've seen it. I talk about it all the time on the Patreon and these different videos. I seen it my whole life, all my life. I seen it. You wonder, like, damn, you know, his mom make good money and all this. I talk about my homie. I ain't seen him in a minute. I always talk about one of my homies, man. His mama about 5'7", 5'8", maybe even 5'9", bro. Beautiful woman, right? Beautiful woman. And she ended up getting with a dude who did 20, good guy though. I'm not gonna say good guy, I mean, cool guy. I'll just say that, I don't know. But you know, he gave us some good advice when we was younger. He did 20 years in the pen, 5'5". He was 5'5", 5'5", 5'6", way shorter than her, right? And he did 20 years in the penitentiary. Started driving trucks. That's who mama finding a motherfucker. That's who she chose to lay with. His mama could have had a good man and all that shit. I'm pretty sure she was beautiful, always carried herself well, but you know, that's who she chose to deal with, bro. Once I sit back and I really meditate, or I might just sit there and I think about this shit, dog, like I had the answers the whole time, bro. So y'all want to be mad at these women. I get it, they procreating. You can't say the community, bro. The community is cooked. See, and I said, I'm going to do a Patreon video. I'm going to get to it today. Hopefully I can get to it. When they talk about the raccoons in our community and it's, you know, if you get with a white woman, you get with a white guy, you get the cool, right? No, that's not even a real coon. The real coons are women and guys who go out there and they procreate with the worst of us, right? They sit here, they steal from us, they give us a bad name, they steal from their own community, they scam their own community, they procreate with the worst of us. You know what I'm saying? They out here creating broken homes. They becoming single mothers by choice. That's the worst of us. No matter what degree you got or whatever you dealing with, those are the worst of us. And this woman could have had a very successful business. She could have did turkey huts, turkey legs everywhere. She could have been very successful in her endeavors, but she's a fucking criminal at heart. And the vast majority of women in our community, criminal. Look at Nicki Minaj. Out of all the guys Nicki Minaj could be with, that's who she chose. Drake said, I want to get married. She went to go choose him. It just lets you know it's the evil. They're evil. They're evil. They're demonic. Now I'm gonna keep saying that until I go. Don't get mad because you can't get them type of women. You don't want them type of women. That's why when you add them to your life goes straight downhill. They add burdens. They add problems. They add issues. They add anarchy. They add a bunch of bullshit. So appreciate y'all. Check out the Current News playlist. Check out the Real One-on-One playlist. Hit the link tree. You can join the Patreon. Find me on X, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.